Renovating in France, the first slap of paint. This is first coat that's going to be going on to the bedroom walls, well, the bedroom 1 and 2 anyway. It's a paint that I picked up from the Action store in La Ferté-Bernard, and it was just shy of €15 for 10 litres. So value for money there. This is normally, if you're using really good quality paint, you would want to thin it down with water, sort of 50-50, to put the first coat onto the plasterboard so it doesn't dry in too quickly. But it's not a bad paint, but obviously it's not high quality. So it's good enough to work as sort of the undercoat, or the primer coat for the plasterboard. So this is bedroom 1. I will apologise in advance for the picture quality on this, because I've set the camera up as I do often, not really thinking too much about the fact that how much area it's actually covering, and then I just press play, and then or press record, and then I just crack on with whatever I'm doing. Problem with that is that I didn't realise as I'm working my way around the room, there's the camera isn't picking up actually what I'm doing. So I do apologise where there'll be sections of this where there's no action at all. It literally is watching paint dry in this video. And I actually ended up cutting, I think it took, I recorded about 20-25 minutes worth of footage of me going all the way around the room, cutting in, and then realised that probably 60-70% of it was useless. So I cut that. So hence it's quite a bit shorter video, and then there's a couple of short videos directly after this, which is showing the aftermath of the painting, which is probably a bit better for you. So my apologies for how amateur I approach the video editing and all the rest of it, of these videos. It's really not my day job. And it's one of those things that I'd sooner just crack on with the work really than try and faff about with video editing and all the rest of it. What I tend to do now is, now that I'm actually based at the house but I haven't got Wi-Fi, I sort of collect all the videos for the week and then try and put them into some sort of order when I'm back in Paris, ready for the following week. So I'll say my apologies. It's not a glossy finished video channel, this. It really is sort of gritty. Michael cracking on with whatever Michael can crack on with to try and get this renovation finished. So going back to the painting, so it's all been well sanded down, and you can still see the joins through it, but once it's had 2 or 3 coats or 4 coats of paint on it, hopefully you won't see any of the joints at all. So it's a half decent paint, and it doesn't matter if you're putting 3 or 4 coats onto it rather than. I've never been a big fan of the paints where it says you can do it in 1 coat. I've never found that to be particularly successful. Even if the walls are pretty good to begin with, you tend to find you need a second coat. That's what the painters used to call grinny, where you can kind of see underneath the paint. That may well be a term for the southern painters and decorators that I encountered when I lived and worked down in Croydon in South London. So that was one of their favourite terms. They walk, like the supervisor might walk in. Saying about this, it wasn't me that was actually painting back in the day, but I used to work alongside the time and time paint and decorating firm. So sometimes we'd be hanging around, maybe having back in the day when I smoked, or having a coffee or whatever, and it'd be the guys and maybe the supervisor walking and saying, no, it's grinny, the wall's grinny, give it another coat. So that's where I picked up the term from, and I still use that to this day. So as you're looking at it now, it's grinny, because obviously this is the undercoat, first coat. And now I've turned to work on the partition where the door is, and obviously you can't see what I'm doing because the camera's fixed in the position that it's fixed in. So there you go. Literally, like I say, it is watching paint dry this. So I thought I would run in bedroom one, bedroom two, and the downstairs kitchen ceiling, um, kind of more or less at the same time. It's an awkward thing with the products or the utensils that you use, the rollers and the brushes and everything else. Um, if you're painting and decorating full time, then generally, and I know this from the guys in France, I worked alongside a nice guy called Didier, who worked with me when we worked with the commune in Normandy, and he would keep all his stuff. It was kind of permanently wet, so it was always his brushes because he was painting every week in, week out. He would put like the gloss brushes. He would put into just a bucket of water, and that just sort of held. And then when it took it out, the water hadn't absorbed into the brush because it's a gloss paint. It's an oil based paint. And the others he would put in. He would put in buckets of water as well, like the sponges and that, and then he would just rinse them off, ready for the next time they're going to be used. I have a tendency to wrap sponges and stuff in cling film or plastic wrapping just to try and hold the moisture. It's difficult if you're only going to be like, if I'm doing this, but I'm not like to be doing this coat after coat after coat directly because I've got so many other things to do. So it's a question of what do you do? So I've actually put the two rollers into a bucket of water downstairs, or outside rather, and let's see how that stacks out. If I return back to the rollers in a couple of weeks' time, will they still be useful or not? I'm hoping they will be, but if not, and I don't like that the throwaway generation where you're constantly chucking stuff away, but it's kind of awkward often with painting and decorating. Things get dried up and then it's more hassle to try and free them, particularly sort of oil-based paints, than it is just to get rid of a brush and buy a new one. So I did buy 2 or 3 packs of new sort of kit from Action as well. Not a lot of money, sort of €5. And it's, as ever with Action, you get very good deals. Don't know how they make their money really. And with it, you'll get in. So we'll have a quick look now. You get the paint tray, you get 2 rollers, 2 decent sized rollers, a mini roller as well. You get a thing for stirring the paint and a paintbrush. So all of that is less than €5. So I bought a couple of those. There you go. Paint stirrer. So that's that. And then getting back to the painting. So now I've actually panning round. So this is what we might call the master bedroom. So it's got its first coat on. It's looking not too bad at all. Sanded down the window as well. Still needs putty in on the outside of that, and a bit of a clean up, but at least it's got a bit of white paint on it now. And that's the other side of the wall. Oh, sorry, this is bedroom 2. So this is bedroom 2 bringing in. Again, you've got sort of 2 walls either side, and then you've got one wall, the chimney breast side, which is stonework, which will stay like that, and the other side, which is the cob, which will stay like that also, and obviously make good with linseed oil and stuff like that. So fairly short video. Hope you enjoyed it. Sorry if it was a bit naff as far as the video editing is concerned. However, please forgive me. Please like and subscribe and comment, and I'll see you on the next video.